We're Sid and Mackie, and we're professional mountain bikers on a quest to race the most unique and challenging mountain bike races around the world. Today, we're heading to Prescott, Arizona, where I'll be racing the Epic Rides Whiskey 50 Off-Road. It's been almost a decade since I last raced this event, and in 2013 I finished 11th in a 5-way sprint. But 9 years is a long time, and I'm nervous to find out how I compare to my 25-year-old self.
Yeah, buddy. Come on, come on. The pro race at Whiskey 50 is a two-parter. Friday evening is the Fat Tire Criterium around downtown Prescott. The purpose of this race is mainly to create some hype for the spectators as the pros whiz around the block on mountain bikes with skinny tires. Participation is mandatory to start tomorrow's 50-miler. The 50-mile backcountry race starts early on Saturday morning and takes riders on a tour of Prescott's amazing single track, plus some punishing gravel road climbs, including the infamous out and back to Skull Valley. Overall, it is a grueling, dusty, and challenging race with a ton of climbing and extremely stiff competition. Due to the large prize purse, the Whiskey Off-Road attracts North America's best endurance and XC racers, and this year is no exception. How is everybody feeling about racing tomorrow?
I can't get here soon enough so that it's over.
Yeah, nervous. I was really nervous yesterday, I think.
Yesterday? Why yesterday?
I don't know. And then when I went out and did openers, which I really didn't want to do, I felt better. Turns out Mike's always right.
Good morning, everyone. At least it's morning for us. We are in Prescott, Arizona. And just as an aside, it is Prescott, not Prescott, as in rhymes with biscuit or brisket. I will not be racing because we are doing another big race next weekend, and I decided Mike agreed that was a bit too much. I'm on support crew. Both my parents are racing. We met them here in Prescott. We've got a lovely little campsite. Everything's been a little rushed. We just got here last night, and the criterium is this evening and the race is tomorrow. Mackie starts at 7 a.m. tomorrow, which is going to be a struggle.
That is the problem with not racing until the evening, is you just have all day to think about racing. I need to swap the tires on my bike to skinny tires for the crit. So, yeah, I guess it's time to swap some wheels. That killed about 5 minutes, so now 9 hours and 25 minutes left to kill.
Funniest part of these crits, at least for the spectators, is watching everyone ride around town on these ridiculous bikes. Which is to say, full suspension mountain bikes with road tires. It's just funny.
20 minutes plus 2 laps. There will be cards for 5 to go. Creams. The first lap is a suicide cream for $200.
15 seconds! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, riders on course!
Knowing that tomorrow's 50-miler was going to be a big day for me, in my race plan for the weekend, Coach Mike wrote, "If you feel like you're putting out too many watts, sit up, pull the plug, and save it for Saturday." Unfortunately, because of a crash in the first corner, I found myself chasing from the beginning, so after a few laps, I did as Mike instructed, set up, and spent the rest of the lap doing wheelies and manuals to entertain the crowd.
I could tell that Mackie was over that like 3 laps ago, but he did have the best manual down the hill and across the line. Very nice.
Oh yeah, I was done.
I saw the moment you were like, yeah, this isn't worth it.
Well, of course, when I don't wear the camera, someone crashes in front of me on this corner, and I was like, well. All right, race morning, bright and early. It's like 5:15 or something. I had to give myself a stern talking to in the middle of the night last night. I was like, well, clearly I'm nervous about this. And then I informed myself, well, even though you're nervous, doesn't mean that you can be a grump about it and not show up and race. I kind of feel like I didn't do that yesterday in the crit. I came into it having, talked it through with Mike, and he kind of said, go hard for a little while and then pull the plug because you don't want to destroy yourself the day before the 50-miler. And I think that was probably good advice. I think that's will help me today. But it was hard for me kind of going into it being like, oh, I'm not really going to race this crit, like blah, blah, blah. So it kind of put me in a funk, and I had to inform myself that I needed to get out of the funk.
It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to go for a bike ride, which I think might be the first time I've ever said that sentence. I decided to ride from our campsite out to aid station 2. I'm gonna ride the e-bike just to make sure I'm there before Mackie because he starts at 7. Lens is all foggy because it's early. Okay, I've got 2 bottles for him. One mix, 1 water. Mackie's only bringing 2 water bottles for a 50-mile ride, so I need to give him another 2. So he's up to 4 water bottles, which is actually appropriate. We usually say a bottle an hour, and it would probably take him less than 4 hours. Could be right around 4 hours. Hopefully less than 4 hours. I think if 4 hours, something's gone wrong.
Have my music, I put on sunscreen, have the camera, I'm wearing my shoes, I have gloves, I have my helmet, glasses, tools, food. I think that's everything. Time to go race bikes.
15 seconds till start. $5,000 for the win in this one. And we will count them down right now from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Riders on course.
As expected, the race started off fast and hard with people pushing the pace before we even left the pavement on the way out of town. But it wasn't until the course turned to dirt that things really started to break apart, and as has been my pattern this year, I struggled to maintain the pace and got spit off the back of the main group. Once we hit single track though, and the course got more technical, I started catching up to the back of the front group and made up a few spots before reaching the top of the first climb about 8 miles and 1,600 feet into the race.
All right, I think this is the top of the first big climb.
Then we hit the first ascent, which was loose and fast and super fun, and I was able to make up some more spots before we reached Copper Basin Road.
You okay, buddy? All right. If you see a good spot, thank you. right, made it to the out and back part of the course. Unfortunately, the out is down, so you get to see every single foot that you're gonna turn around and climb back up, which is kind of brutal.
The other problem is that you can tell how far behind the front of the race you are.
Yeah, buddy. Damn. Thank you.
After the turnaround, the climb back out of Skull Valley was pretty brutal for me. I lost a number of spots before reaching the aid station shortly before the high point of the course at mile 25.
All right, that was the out and back, but we still have, well, a lot of climbing to the top of this hill. And then that's the high point, and it's mostly downhill from there.
Mary's got your other bottle right up there. Right up there, it's hot.
Thank you. All right, I think we're approaching the high point. Yes, excellent.
Once I hit the high point, I thought, great, the next 23 miles are mostly downhill. I'll be fine.
When you see a wide spot, thanks, buddy. Keep it up. If you see a good spot.
But what I failed to appreciate was that while overall I had 1,700 feet of elevation to lose, there were quite a few climbs left, including the infamous Cramp Hill.
If I remember correctly, this right here is Cramp Hill because, well, everybody cramps. Unfortunately, I'm going into it with a bit of a double quad cramp, so yeah, I think it's not looking good for me getting through this hill without cramping more. All right, spin, spin, spin. Come on, Mackie. Cramp Hill get you? Brutal, man. Uh-oh. Adductor cramp. Come on, baby.
I did make up quite a few spots in the second half of the race though, including catching and passing everyone who'd passed me on the Skull Valley climb.
Thanks, man. Up, up, up.
Go, 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 go!
You see a spot? Thanks, man. Keep it up.
And then I finished off the day with an awesome 4-person sprint.
Come on, come on, come on! Yeah, buddy, yeah, buddy! Come on, come on!
All righty.
Nice. Keep going, keep going! Go, Mom! Go! Woo! Was it?
4 falls.
You crashed 4 times?
Are you
Oh, no.
okay?
Oh no, Mom!
Congratulations, though.
I guess.
Yeah.
It took me forever.
It's a lot. Your time on the thing was only 2 seconds apart, the two of you.
Who's that?
The 4th place
The
person.
4th place
You're
guy.
5th, and you were 3 seconds
You
behind.
kidding me?
So I thought that's who you were sprinting with, but I'm wondering 3 seconds might have been
Oh, you think he was in my age group?
I don't know.
Oh, I'd be so pissed. I carried him all the way down all the way from the pavement.
was.
Now that I've had a couple of days to process, to recover, to kind of think about how the race went, I think my takeaway from the race is that I showed up, I tried hard, I really did what I could given where I am fitness-wise this year, and I'm happy with that. I'm proud of myself for showing up and trying, even though I came into the race kind of tired and extra nervous, and I'm not really sure why. I think because I had raced it in the past. I'd done well in the past, and I had some expectations for myself. I wanted to do well again, and I maybe knew that those expectations were unrealistic. It was a little rough on the ego looking at Strava and seeing segments that were the same as 2013, that I was slower this year. I ended up 28th. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed with that result, because I think it's as good of a result as I could have gotten given that field and where I am right now. But I would have liked to do better. It just is sort of a reminder that I don't have the fitness that I want yet, and that I have more work to do. Time to get back to training.
A huge thank you to Todd and the whole Epic Rides crew for putting on another great event, and to all the volunteers who donated their time to make it successful. We're already looking forward to next year's edition, this time with maybe a little bit more XC training in our legs. See you next week, and in the meantime, don't forget to be more awesome.